Hey guys, welcome back to £3.30. I'm your host, Sana.
Oh.
Sana. It's your girl, Asha.
It's just Reem.
Just Reem. That should be your new Instagram
Assalamu
account.
alaikum.
Just Reem.
Yeah.
Can we make you an Instagram account, Reem? Just so that we can manage it. Please.
No. What, you guys don't even want to manage? You guys don't even want to manage £3.30.
I honestly feel like we should just delete everything that's on our feed right now, yeah, and just do stories because that's more lit than anything
No, it's
else
not.
right now.
People still want to see a little bit more on the
No, I hear that,
timeline.
of course. I mean, you guys give us like ideas for what we should post about.
We have ideas. We just
We just don't want to do it. Now we'll sort it out.
Sana's still a bit resistant.
Reem took that. I'm joking because she knows she don't do shit, fam.
How have you been, Sana? How's your week been?
It's been good, mate. It's been very, very hot. It's like 50 degrees out here on a normal evening, which is great. But yeah, other than that, it's good, man. How are you guys? What's the UK saying?
We're good, thank you. The UK's been all right. It's been a little bit humid, a little bit cloudy.
Oh,
So,
really?
like, when I woke up this morning, I was going into work, and I like obviously before I left, it was raining, and I just knew, I was like, fuck's sake, fam, it's gonna be hella humid. Because whenever I walk into work, I'm drenched. Is it raining outside? Oh no, like 'cause I'm just sweating, like disgusting how much sweat is coming up to the point where. Nah, let me not bait myself out. Nathan cut this out. To the point where sometimes I want to be on a walk and be like, yeah, I'm feeling a bit feverish. I think I should go home. Like, you know, them ones just chat shit so you can go home. Like, fuck's sake. They didn't cut it out. Please cut it out. No, please cut it out. Sana laughs.
What was that? Was I flipping crying?
Why is
For
it?
real?
Why is it by force? Yeah, every single podcast. If it's not Sana, it's you.
What?
I didn't do anything.
You,
Just coming to me
listen,
on crud.
Shambak, you need to just calm yourself because you woke up today ready to beef. You even beef
Did I
Nathan.
sleep? Ask me, did I sleep?
You even beef Nathan.
Did I sleep? That's the real question.
Is that our fault?
For real? Is that my fault?
Like, really? Is that? Does that mean that we deserve abuse?
I was awake until
You're an idiot. You were playing Jackaroo, you clown, and then you're like, "Did I sleep?"
I was awake until 5, yeah, and then I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm supposed to wake up now, but let me just bang out a quick 20-minute nap, yeah. Put a 20-minute nap on, woke up, opened my eyes,
Baffled.
5:50, done out here. Why did I rush out the house and I managed to get the train like 10 minutes later?
Why
Shit.
were you up so late? Were you in Sheffield or something? As in coming back from Sheffield?
No, when I came back from Sheffield, it was just bare late. Also, then I caught up on Love Island, and obviously after you watch Love Island, you have to go on Twitter. So I was on Twitter. Then I went on YouTube to find out all the reviews automatically that people have done.
So
It was just like a downward spiral. By the time I knew it, it was like 2 a.m. and I just thought, you know what?
Let me just play a game.
I might as well just play a game of Jackaroo and stay awake because I know, like if I sleep now, I will not be getting up in 3 hours time. Like you know the ones
I
where it's
hear
like
you.
zombie vibes, like your alarm,
Yeah, man.
you won't even hear it.
Yeah, that's
So,
me. That was me. And
I ended up just staying awake. Yeah, so I was moving weird this morning because I had a cup of coffee and I never drink coffee because of what happened today. Obviously, evidently,
Do you want to tell
You're
people what
banned.
happened today?
nothing happened, fam.
Go on.
I brought a hella bunch to the group chat. I revived the group chat today. That's what happened.
You just annoyed us all
Don't
and
look at
left.
me, I
That's
can
what you
feel
did.
I can feel
Why are you
Reem's
so
eyes.
annoyed? Like, some like the majority of people on our Instagram are people that know Asha every day. Someone tell her. Someone please just
It's not like that. The
just
majority of
tame it.
people on Instagram are mixed. Like it's really sweet.
Mixed. Cut that out, Nick.
Tiffy, keep it in.
No, real talk.
No, not really keep it in.
Shut up. She's bare crunching. Did he not tell you to not snack?
Oh shit! Sorry, leave it. Cut it out.
Don't cut it out. So Sana, you must be struggling in the heat. Sorry that you've had to turn off your AC, but I don't think you need to anymore because this is directional.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk it. And this audio is just way too crisp to ruin it for some cool air.
I actually think you'll be okay because remember
We've recorded in the car.
yeah, and it's been all right. Bearing in mind
Shall
people
I
like
turn
and stuff.
Shall I turn on? All right, let me
Bear
turn
in mind
on,
there
'cause
was-
I think
I'm
so.
actually the road quite sweating. All right. I'll put it on low so it's not mad.
No, I'm so sorry. I was not. I slept a little bit on the train on the way back home. Yeah, you know there was when your best falling asleep and then you wake up again. You like literally knock your head. Like, oh, I hate them sleeps because when I open my eyes, I look at everyone. Everyone's looking at me. Like, look at this fucking homeless waste man sleeping on the train. Like, you know them ones. Like, it's sad.
I saw a video.
I used to fall asleep every single time.
I've never seen you on the train, Reem, ever in my life.
Most people haven't. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I can't even imagine what you'd
You've
look
been on
like
the train,
on the
Sana?
train.
What do you mean you can't imagine what I look like?
I can't. I don't see it. It's not happening.
Bruv,
Asha,
I
on
used
the
to
other
conk
hand,
out every single journey. Now when I'm driving, sometimes I find myself nodding off. I have to slap myself, open the windows, all sorts. Can I just quickly say, actually, I want to let people know I went to a speed awareness course, yeah, on Saturday. No, listen, I was actually so late. I really was scared they were not going to let me in. But it was really, really, really useful. I think that they should be compulsory. Sorry to say
piss
that.
Piss off. They're shit. They talk about emotions and shit and make you feel bad and guilty about killing people,
Yeah,
which is
it's
long.
amazing because it was designed by like psychologists.
No, that's
It
long.
works, bro.
I've done it
but
twice.
they said they. Well, it's not working on you for some reason. No, but they were talking about this serious. I don't remember what they said. It was not. It was only interesting to me. I don't think
Sounds
anyone else
beneficial.
would give a shit. They just proper like
Guilt trip.
not
you.
guilt trip
For
you.
someone that's not done it before, what can they expect?
You're never gonna do it because you need your
Bruv,
license.
you actually-
Number one.
Sana's going in.
I'm pissed off with her.
Why? What did I do?
Oh wow!
What goes around comes around.
About look, she tries to act innocent when it's in public. Don't make me screenshot everything and
This
put it
is
on the
it.
story.
Bro, this is the problem with her. You know, I've realized nobody realizes the levels that
Exactly.
we have to deal with
It's actually
between
insane.
the fucking recordings. She acts bare innocent and calm. And like, what did I do? Why is everyone against me? Bro, you make yourself a target.
Look at this. People of colour coming together, uniting as we are.
So
Cut that out, Nathan. It was dead.
I feel like I'm
I
not
didn't
allowed
hear-
to say people of colour anymore, especially around Reem. Whenever I say anything about people of colour, she gives me the dirtiest look. Like, the fuck? They make me feel so uncomfortable.
Reem is just done with you.
Why?
Reem is done with you every
Why
week.
can't I say it? Reem hates me. I think Reem has been
I don't blame her.
traumatized by that conversation still. I think she's harboring a lot of feelings, but she's not letting them out. I don't know
Bro,
why.
I let them out. I really did several times. I just don't see why I
So
keep
what's the
needing
issue?
to let them out.
Because whenever I say people of colour,
I look at you.
you give me a dirty look.
Sana, can I tell you
Give
something?
me a dirty look.
And this Daily Mail journalist, yeah, loves a lie. She loves it. Bruv, all I do, she speaks. Just now, she was looking at me, waiting for me to look back at her. When I look back at her, she'll be like, why are you giving me dirty looks? Bruv, I'm making eye contact with you because that's what human beings do when they have a conversation.
She's
Like,
such
giving me
a
dirty
fool.
looks.
All right, listen, Eminem, relax.
Shut up,
We heard
shut
what you
up.
said.
Stop slapping the mics.
You know this would be sick if there was a video to this.
Well, nah,
Oh.
if you saw the way we look right now.
So when Sana comes, inshallah, got some
Next month,
special things
exactly.
planned.
Exactly 1 month.
All right. Who's watching the Women's World Cup? And that's the problem. End of that
Yeah.
conversation. Next topic.
Wait, who's watching the Men's World Cup? I don't watch that shit. I don't.
What?
I literally, I'm like the walking. Literally, I'm the stereotypical woman where I don't give a shit about sports unless
It's javelin.
it's tennis. You're right. You must say javelin.
Did she say tennis?
Unless it's Serena Williams on my screen, I don't give a shit. I actually
This
don't
is
care.
So dry.
What did she
Sana,
say?
you watch
Unless it's
football?
what?
Oh, I said I don't watch any kind of sport unless it's like tennis and it's got Serena Williams in it.
Tennis.
Even like
Really?
I only give a shit about Wimbledon.
Tennis.
Tennis.
Raw.
Tennis is lit.
You're even more
Shut up,
boring
tennis
than I
is
thought.
actually
Yeah.
dry.
Well,
But
I
you-
actually want to go. I literally want to go to like Richmond and go sit in the park with like my.
With a pint.
You mean Wimbledon?
I was
With a
gonna
can of gin.
I was gonna say strawberries and cream, but okay.
Do you
And
mean
just watch
Wimbledon?
tennis, like from like a projector screen. Like that's literally my dream.
I
I
think she
don't
means
give a shit
Wimbledon.
about any kind of sport. Like I rate it, but
Are we just gonna
Them
ignore
ones,
the
innit?
fact that she said Richmond and not Wimbledon?
I was thinking,
What?
Some fake enthusiast.
Wimbledon, not Richmond.
It's near like Richmond area.
God,
No, is it
Wimbledon,
Richmond?
fam.
Roehampton area. Say. I meant to say Roehampton.
You're an idiot. That's like me saying I want to go to watch
So
football
we've discovered
in Southall
Asha
instead of
only likes
Wembley
watching
Stadium.
fucking tennis.
Did you do it? I'm just looking at my.
She's looking at her
my
belly.
belly.
And Sana, you watch football, so how come you're not watching this?
I don't know. I'm currently actually playing football. I'm playing FIFA right now as we speak. But yeah, no, I'm not watching the Women's World Cup for some reason. I don't know. I feel like there's not enough hype around it. But that starts with us, so I'm a bit baffled.
It does, yeah.
I know it's
I
really
don't
bad,
know.
but has there ever been any hype around the Women's World Cup?
No, but it's getting better.
Well, they're trying to make hype around it. Like this year, I think they had
Why do you think that is?
influencers and like famous people introducing each player of the England team, for example. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I know that I saw that Jamal Edwards was like introducing one person from the squad, and David Beckham and all of those stuff. So they were trying. It's just like, I don't know. There's just not that hype. You know, like the World Cup hype. There isn't. There. It doesn't.
Why do you not?
Because it's a
think that
male-dominated sport.
Yeah, man. I don't know though. I don't know why. Because now I feel bad about, because I'm like obviously such a keen football person, and I encourage obviously women playing football and stuff, and I always talk about this, but I just don't watch it. I'm a proper hypocrite.
But you watched the England and Cameroon game?
I didn't watch none. I didn't even know when they were on and stuff. Like literally, I've just been, I don't know, man. But I just want Shumbak. Listen, Shumbak, you don't even watch the World Cup, like the men's World Cup.
I don't watch anything. I'm not bothered.
Hold
Like,
on.
I know who
So,
Gareth
other than
Southgate.
that,
I know.
What did you say? I know who
who
is.
please. Maybe like 1 year 7 you. No, like I obviously I had to keep up with it because I work in news in it, so I obviously know what's going on. I'm aware of it, but would I go out of my way to go and sit down and be like, oh my god, I need to go home and watch the game? Never. Like,
Are you mad?
that's just not me. Like, I'm just
even
not
with
into
last
sport.
summer's hype in the UK, you weren't interested.
Yeah, it was sick. It was a really nice hype, and obviously like everywhere that I went, everybody was watching it, and it was really nice to see like people united like that, like
home.
people of different races, and like just everyone was together, like everybody was on a hype. I loved it. But do I like the sport? No. And just because it's World Cup, will I watch it? No. Like I can't force it. Like ultimately it's weird, yeah, that it's a bunch of men in shorts kicking a ball around on a field. That's literally what I see. I like, of course there's like lots of sportsmanship into it, and there's obviously a lot of skill, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be getting paid a stupid amount of money. But I just feel like,
well, that's less about skill.
I feel like I just really appreciate tennis, and like,
How is
it's
tennis more
literally-
exciting than
it's
football?
a 2-person game.
Yeah, so tennis, they're on a random pitch in little skirts or shorts.
For real.
Yeah, it's the
There's
same
ballerinas.
bloody thing.
There's
And
different
it's
serves, and like,
Yeah, that's
it's just
just- people
it's
can
like
say that
it's
about
on
football.
you're on your like, yeah, fair
You
enough,
obviously
but
just don't understand football.
No, I'm just saying,
Exactly.
like, personally, I'm not saying you guys should agree with me. I'm just saying from my eyes and my from my perspective, yeah, that's just how it looks like. Obviously, I'm not saying you man have to agree with me, and that's facts. This is the problem
That
with
makes
you guys.
sense.
I can't chat to you, man.
That actually makes a change, because usually...
I've never
Exactly.
said that. Don't.
I've never said that.
You need some water.
No, I'm
Got
calm.
some tap water. Some sewage.
Some sewage water. Reem's giving me tap water.
I gave her... Bro, I had to change the filter, and I just gave her a little glass, and she goes, is that tap water? You know there's bare sewage and unfiltered things. I was like, bruv, let me just
Wow,
pour it
so
out then.
bougie.
Go away.
I backed it there nicely.
So, Asha, how has
Swapple.
life been?
Alhamdulillah, honestly. Do you know what? The only thing that's been jarring me recently, yeah, is obviously logging onto Twitter, hella ex-Muslims telling their stories, the reason why I left Islam, and alhamdulillah, blah, blah, blah. Bruv,
Wait, how can they say alhamdulillah if they've left?
praise due to God and that, or like, whatever it is that they
Just
say.
praises.
It's like, bruv, ex-Muslims, I beg you, just exit on stage 6, please. Like, it's dead. Like, oh, that was a very dead joke.
What?
Cut it
Pretty
out.
dead. No, don't
No, I
out.
keep that dead joke, please.
People need to see her true colours.
Listen, why
He's
do you want to
exit
suppress the
6.
voice of ex-Muslims?
Huh?
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 Because I just think it's very I don't know if it's just me and what I've noticed on social media, and obviously you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I know you will. But from what I've seen, yeah, it's usually ex-Muslims that are on a hype to denounce the deen. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not a Muslim anymore. I was shackled by oppression and now I can have a tattoo and drink a pint and go to the them ones where it's just like, oh my god, now I can show my hair and dye it blonde. Like, it's just I don't understand. Like, it's every day. Like, I don't see any other people that have left any other religion go on a mad one like that, but it's only ex-Muslims. Like, you have an entire Twitter page for ex-Muslim society. Like, fuck off. Like, every day. Like, just can you just live your Kafir life in peace? Like, I don't understand. It's just like, it's long. It's like, is it just me, guys, or Autumn Sharif came out and she said that she's not Muslim.
Who's Autumn Sharif?
Who the hell is
This
that?
youth that was on, I can't even call her a youth. There was this girl that was on The Voice, Somali girl.
Oh, the one
She
who
came
said
out
yeah,
and said
I saw
that
that.
she came out. I think she came out and said that she's not Muslim, but she's also agnostic. Then you have Hassanat as well coming out.
Oh my days!
It's a trend now, you know.
Oh my
So I just
days.
remembered that. Then you had that girl that I sent
forgot
you that
about
was wearing a
that.
bikini on the timeline, being like, "Oh, she was like something dumb, like, oh, it's mad how a couple years ago I thought I would leave the house not wearing a hijab, let alone wearing a bikini. Oh, my life is so much better now, blah blah blah." So people are coming for her and be like, "Oh, so you really left Islam so you can wear a bikini on the beach?" Like, it's obviously it's not that, but it's like, it's dumb. It's like so then what people were saying were basically like, it seems as though, especially when it comes to ex-Muslims, as if when they make these declarations,
Muslims.
they consistently try to like talk about being a non-Muslim and being an ex-Muslim, blah blah blah. It's although they're seeking validation from somewhere, so it doesn't make sense, because it's like, okay, you can choose not to be part of the deen.
Like, why are you screaming about it all the time?
On loud, like, every day, like, speaker. Oh, like, no one cares. More like, it's fine. Like, you live your life, you know. Who cares? Like, keep it moving. Why'd you have to be like, I feel so free now, blah, blah, blah. Is it just me, or do you guys actually agree?
I think it's just you.
I don't agree.
To be honest.
Go on, Reem.
I understand what Asha's saying, actually. Go on, Sana, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think as long as like as long as they don't become Islamophobes and say the same shit that the far right is saying about Islam, then I'm good with it. Like, this is their experience, isn't it? Like, they've left Islam and they feel more free. And I think for more than validation, what they're seeking is to just express themselves in a way that they couldn't before. So for me, I don't see it as a bad thing, unless you're like slandering Islam and Muslims and saying this or the other. Then I'm good with it, to be honest. I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Well, that's my problem precisely. I feel like with social media, we're oversharing anyways.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is, I think that if it's... cut that out.
Keep it in anything.
I think that sharing your experience is important. I think everyone has a right to, but exactly. I think banging on about anything too much just gets a bit tiring, especially when it's fueling things. And so many times, and I think you said this, Asha, once, that stuff gets used by people like Tommy Robinson. He'll be like, whoever said that Islam did. So it's like you may have found what has liberated you. You might feel amazing, but there are so many people that have chosen this and choose to stick by it that don't feel the same as you. So you need to honor other people's decisions as well and respect it as we should theirs, basically. Like, I don't think that they should never speak about not being Muslim. That's cool. People want to know, but I think banging on about it is a little bit much.
Yeah, and I can imagine, like, there are probably other people out there who are in the same predicament as them, where they have doubts and they don't really want to be a Muslim, blah, blah. So it's like, for them, they probably think, oh, let me share this so that somebody else who is in my position can feel like they're not alone. And be bold enough to make their own decision and live their own life. Yeah, fair enough. Do whatever you're going to do. But I just feel like bashing an entire religion, bashing an entire like community of people, just so you can kind of say with your chest, I no longer have to wear hijab. Like, it's just long. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's almost as if you're seeking validation from like non-Muslims, where it's like, oh, you guys were right all along. Like it's just it's dead. It's so dead.
And also, so many Muslims are different. Like, bruv, not everyone wears a hijab and wears flipping abayas everywhere. Like, that's just not how it is. You can be a Muslim and you don't have to just completely denounce Islam because you do things that are a little bit different to what other Muslims do. Like, there's space for that, man.
And I think that's why that's the problem with being like so harsh in your religion as well, like so conservative, or forcing other people to be conservative about their religion, is that if you are a non-hijabi, or you do on occasions wear bikinis and stuff, you because of all the negative criticism that you hear, and all the all the accusations you hear from people saying, oh, you're a sinner, you're a kafir, you're this, you're that, more than likely you're gonna just leave the religion so you can wear a bikini on the beach. And it is that simple to people.
Nothing will make me leave Islam personally, no matter what people say, no matter how I dress, look, how people perceive me.
Inshallah.
Yeah, but obviously there's some people that are not that, exactly, there's some people that are not that strong in their faith, and any criticism, or even, do you know what, like sometimes you just get it for years and years and years, and you know it gets to a point where you can't take it anymore. Yeah.
Can I just say as well, just for the back of Reem's testament, fucking hell, fam, I don't know, I get so shook when people make stuff like that, because I feel like you'll then be tested. May Allah not test us in that way and keep us and guide us.
I feel like people
and
are
make
tested
us
all day, every day.
Bro, there's certain tests that you just don't want. Like this, I just don't want to be tested in that way. Let me get tested another way. But when it comes to my iman and my faith, oh, allow it, fam. Let me just keep this. If it's like, oh, will you pray for Fajr now? Like, you know, like them ones, I can handle. Bloody hell! Actually, will you
like
leave the
denouncing
deen or not?
Islam? Yeah, it's a lot.
That's not a test I want. Say, may Allah safeguard us and keep us among those that He loves, and keep us away from those kind of tests. And if we do get tested, may Allah make us pass. Ameen.
Amen.
Say Ameen. I feel like Mufti Menk.
You are literally Mufti Menk.
You know when people don't say Ameen, when Mufti Menk makes it, say Ameen. He's so militant with it. He hates it.
But yeah, man, everyone's got their journeys, innit? You don't know what might happen, and you never know where she might be at.
Yeah, man. A lot of people come back. It's just a phase.
They do.
And that's
and
why
some spend their lives denouncing
but that's also why it's so important to like treat them well in that period, during that phase, because as soon as you flip on someone, you know that's it, they're gone for good. But if you treat them in a way that is Islamic and understanding, then more than likely they'll, you know, at some point come back.
Agreed, Sana.
Can we discuss this addiction, because actually it's taken over my life? I was at work today and my internet was down, so I played an offline game.
You're going to have to uninstall it for a week because everyone voted.
For what?
For you to be off it for a week.
Yeah, nah, that's not happening. Sorry, innit?
Come on.
No, because I never wanted that. I never. Those that option was never put on the table. They were never on the cards.
So what do you think? Just uninstall it for a week.
I'm gonna hit you guys with a 4. I'm not doing it. Reverse that shit
with a 5.
No, so I don't want to do it. I'm going back.
No, Sham, seriously, how would you feel about uninstalling it just for a week, just until next Wednesday?
How about if you give that up, me and Reem have to give something up too.
Oh, hold on. If I'm not playing Jackaroo, you know, but you man ain't playing Jackaroo.
Have I played Jackaroo? I haven't even played.
You're always online.
I've never played with Reem.
One light's a glitch.
Online.
Yeah, one light is a glitch.
Reem and Fajr are always online every day of their life.
Bro,
no, it's definitely a glitch.
I haven't opened the app for time.
Oh, how convenient.
No, honestly, Fajr doesn't even open it until I suggest to play with you guys, which is twice.
So then no one's allowed to play.
Okay, cool. We'll all be off it for a week.
No, why? For this idiot. I'm saying if you give up Jackaroo, I can do it, but that's not much of a challenge. That's boring for me. If you give up Jackaroo, me and Reem have to give up something.
So then just do it then. Why is it an issue? Just do it then.
Okay, fine. You want to
we
be
just
boring.
uncovered
I'm
the
just
real
trying
addicts.
to spice it up.
We just uncovered
Yeah.
the true addict. No, because like, what, it's not making any
Bruv,
sense.
Sana, just do the challenge.
Well, no, because this is Asha's challenge.
She just wants a little bit of solidarity. She don't want us to have fun without her. That's what it is.
I don't want no one to be in the group chat being like JKR. Like
That's
nah.
that's what's been happening every day to me.
Oh,
I ain't crying.
oh.
No, but
Pissing me
Reem,
off,
why you been
fam.
so busy
Like,
this week?
I don't want to see
if
that.
you're okay with talking about it.
Bro, my life has been mad busy recently.
Doing.
Doing lots of different things. Yeah, I've just been busy doing lots of different things and busy myself. I've been working a lot, and I have also been kind of like facilitating a class on Monday evenings, which has been really interesting, but it's been hard work. It's a counselling one, and that has been cool. It's been amazing. So less today. Yeah, yesterday was the third week. And we've got probably about 9 sessions left. It's just like a 12-week course. I can't do maths, bruv. Bruv, if that's week 3. Yeah, we've got about 8-9 weeks left because we're doing either 10 or 12 lessons. And yeah, it's going really good, thank you. I'm grateful. There's about 10 people in it. And I'm getting a chance to reflect a lot on myself and how I do things. So
Can we ask what are some of the things that you teach?
yeah, so basically this thing is it's like a peer counselling thing. So it's co-counselling where you take the role both as client and as counsellor. So it's a really mutual thing. So it's just talking a bit about the theory and where it came from. I guess it's a chance to reflect and re-evaluate on a lot of things and how you're feeling and how things get formed in our minds. So things that we call distress recordings and how we kind of heal from them. And the process ultimately is literally just this sounds like really weird saying to everyone because it's a part of my life I've kept so private for such a long time. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's just literally using the process that we all naturally have and that we are always silenced or like we've inhibited ourselves from crying or doing whatever we need to do. So it's just kind of a chance to connect with different people, heal. And the good thing about it is that there's like a no socializing policy. So whoever you meet in that, you stay just as co-counselors, basically.
Oh,
you
cool.
don't become friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really
this,
cool. It's like really unique.
Is this like a group counseling session? Like everyone gets to speak in front of everyone, or is it one-on-one?
Yeah, there's a mixture. It just depends. Like in my group, yesterday was the first time that I asked everyone to do like a little bit in front of people. But we split to do like one-on-one and stuff. So it just kind of depends. But yeah, that's it really. So it's been really cool and it's really insightful. So I'm grateful for that opportunity.
How long have you been doing this for?
Sana, energy, please. Reem, how long have you been doing this for? That's really interesting, actually, because it seems like you got lots of experience.
Why is she moving?
How long have you been doing this for?
Sorry, I was concentrating on something.
Okay.
You just want to score. That's so interesting, Reem. So how long have you been doing this for?
No wonder when I came back, Reem was bust her eyes. It's like hella fast. Just wants to get it everyone done with. It's painful. Reem.
What did you ask me? How long? So I was kind of like, my mom raised me in it basically. So they have like lots of support for young people and children, which is amazing, and family support. So it's a really special tool. So I've been doing it for as long as I remember, really.
That's actually really sick. And you know what's amazing about you, Reem, is that you do all these things, and I no one knows. Like I've known you for years and years and years. I only found out about this counselling thing like 2 years ago, maybe.
Because she's only just recently started.
No, she hasn't.
I just started.
This Monday counselling thing.
Did you not just hear what I said?
How long have you been doing
I'm
it for?
actually so done with her. Thank you,
Wallah.
Sana. I appreciate you and I love you. So
love you
like
too.
truly from the bottom of my heart. But you see this prick to my left, yeah? I can't bear her looking like one Granny Smith. understand. Like
hell.
literally every
She
single
doesn't
time.
listen to anyone.
If it doesn't concern her, she's not interested. She's yawning. She goes up to the toilet. Her kidney stone suddenly all of a sudden exists and hurts her. As soon as it's her, it's yap, 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 yap. Fucking spray.
Yeah, when you were talking, yeah, I thought, because obviously I just jumped into this conversation randomly. Yeah, I literally thought that you were talking about something completely different. So I was like,
why are you lying
for?
for?
Just started it, but obviously,
Don't lie.
No,
honestly,
the
no,
Monday
I
counselling
thought-
thing is what we were talking about.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. I thought you were just talking about like
Why the
something
fuck
completely
you
different.
lying? Why you always lying?
Bro, she's holding her face like some auntie.
No, that was such a flop. Well, like,
Full on bass.
Oh,
She doesn't, but it's
really?
all right. Now let's talk about something that Asha's interested in because
Nah.
that's all she wants to know.
I'm tired, fam. Sana, what are you up to? How long have you been doing
You're
that for?
annoying.
See, bruv, you know she asked me that question. You completely zoned out for my answer.
Go on, Sana, what have you been up to, B? Tell us.
I'm more interested in what Reem is doing in life.
Certains at Asha every day are not. She don't care because it doesn't concern her.
Raw.
I'm even looking the other way.
She's
Can
looking
I
out
ask
the
you
window.
something? No, but
because she
seriously,
knows.
Reem, can I ask you something about counselling? Yeah, this session that you go to, is it like a public thing?
No, it's not.
Okay, tell me more.
So it's pretty much. It's a bit weird, but like, bruv, my girl's zoned out again. She's swearing at me. Middle finger. See, nobody who follows you know about you.
It's pretty much. Go on.
No, nobody who follows you knows.
Reem, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Why'd you go like this? Why'd you look like a schoolgirl?
What, Boko Haram? So what are you going to try to say to me? You're very racist, you know. Everyday racism.
Oh, flip's sake.
Wakanda forever. Go on, Reem.
You're
I'll be doing
annoying.
that.
Actually annoying. You need to go to sleep. Someone needs to put her to sleep. She's sleep deprived.
Bro, she's
Fucking
actually
hell.
dying. She's actually dying.
So it's Reem as it. Look at she's laughing in
Are you done?
Anyway,
She's
Oh my god.
in.
I swear she sounds
I
drunk.
can't stand her.
What, can someone
Reem is
explain what's
so
going on? I'm
funny.
just as confused as the audience here.
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
No,
Ash's
no,
just breaking down.
Reem is actually like some sort of devil, fam. How is she? Look at her. She's bare creasing.
I'm not. Anyway, it's not public, Sana. It's basically through. Well, actually, it can be. The introductions are public. Like, the introduction talks are. They just get sent out, but it's usually through people you know that are doing it. Just like, I don't know. It's just, but it's weird because like there's people that are doing this particular type of co-counselling across the world. So it's really random. It's like the first time I've spoken about it because I don't really talk about these things.
Is there a reason why you don't talk about these things?
Yeah, man, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Why is it
Why
weird?
is it weird?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. When I grew up and I just would like go away for the weekend to like these conferences, and then like in my head I'd find it just a bit strange that like I go back to school and people be like, "What did you do this weekend?" Like, what do I say? I went on a workshop about, I don't know,
So you've been doing this in school?
a women's
how old are you?
workshop. Like, well, I've been doing the family stuff since I was really young, like 4, 5. And then like the mainstream
4 or 5?
actual co-counselling stuff. Yeah, as in not counselling, but like I said, but I'm trying to explain this.
This is why she's sick at reaming. This is why she can talk, she can look at you and know what's going on.
No, like, no. I didn't start.
You've been having
counselling when I
you've been
was 5. I
getting
would go
trained
to, like,
from the age of
family-
5.
No. I was going to like family workshops.
Do you know when
and
people go to
stuff.
like X Factor and then ask them how long have you been singing for? I've been singing since I was 3 years old. That's literally Reem right now.
Literally.
No, not
2 months.
counselling. No, I was
Since she was
I was
18
going
months.
to the workshops, like
Yeah, but
like
that's where
fun
you
days
picked
for
it
the
up,
kids
innit?
and stuff. No, that's where I just played, bruv.
Oh, she was
Yeah, but
just
I'm
about
sure
this.
you
I was
picked
just
something.
chilling.
up.
She was in that community, in that scene, in that
Yeah.
sphere.
I was in that scene B, and then
That's
I started
sick,
doing
man.
like the mainstream counselling when I was maybe, I don't know, like 11, 12.
Matters.
Yeah, so that's that. So it was weird because I come back to school and people were like, "What did you do?" And how do I say that I saw like I don't know, like everyone just cried all weekend. So it's all a bit long.
Wow.
Did that not affect you though? Because like
Yeah.
for a 11, 12, 13-year-old, that's heavy. Like you shouldn't have to carry those.
No, but it's not
emotions.
carrying. It's
You shouldn't have to be exposed to those kind of emotions.
no, but that's the problem is we think that, but people have a lot of like I
Capacity.
never. It didn't feel like I was exposed to anything or like it was a problem because I knew that because it was a co-counselling thing. It was like, if I have 15 minutes, I spend my 15 minutes how I want to spend it. You spend your 15 minutes how you want to spend it and then finish, khalas. Nothing.
Well, no, my point is like there's always a way of teaching someone something or teaching your children something
Bruv, we
or
cry,
whatever
it's
it
normal.
is. No, I mean like there's always a way of teaching them about things that happen in life that happen to be traumatic without actually physically having to witness it yourself. I feel like there's a difference. You know this, Reem, like being hit, like for example, like the disconnect that we feel from like the news. Yeah. So when we always hear about stabbings and gun crime, blah blah blah, but it's because it's on the news, we're very disconnected to it. Whereas if it happens on your doorstep, you're like, shit, like
Right.
it's a very different sort of emotion. So obviously people crying, obviously people go through shit, but to be in that space where someone's crying and being like, this is how I feel and this is the things I'm going through, when you're 11 years old, you don't even have the capacity.
Yes, you do.
I don't think you should
Right,
have the
okay.
capacity.
Okay, I disagree.
I think we were having a conversation about this ages
Right,
ago.
right.
I don't think you should have the capacity to even think about those things, especially when it doesn't immediately affect you right now. It might affect you in the long run, but there's always a time and place for things to be taught and things
But it
to be
sets you up
understood.
for the
When you're
future.
11, you should not be learning
Yeah.
about traumatic things.
And especially because everybody's different. So people will be exposed to more than I will have been exposed to at the age
True.
of 26. They will be exposed to at the age of 8. So who am I to say my capacity is better or bigger or that there is more space for someone than there is for the 8-year-old?
Okay.
I'm not saying things should be put on children and responsibility should be put on them, but I'm saying that we have and children have the capacity. The idea that they don't, I think is wrong. And then it's like, where do we draw the line? When do you say, oh, so you're 16 now suddenly we're going to hit you with
It's not
with
that.
this?
I'm not saying suddenly. What I'm saying is it's proven. There's scientific fact. There's hella case studies. You know this, Reem. You work with young people who maybe
I'm not seeing people get beaten up. No, let me interrupt. No,
because you
quickly.
misunderstood.
No, you misunderstood.
I don't
When I'm
I
there,
don't want to
yeah.
sell my point.
When I'm
Just
when
fix
I'm
what you
there,
just said.
when I'm there, yeah, I'm not seeing people getting beaten up. I'm not seeing domestic violence. I'm not seeing rape. I'm not seeing murder. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing people cry about how they feel. That's very different to having lived
But
or
they're explaining.
witnessed.
But they're explaining things.
Not
no?
necessarily.
So what? Okay, so what normally happens then? Because I feel like I misunderstood then.
It's they can spend it how they want, bruv. They can laugh for 15 minutes.
Here's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like Reem has been exposed to.
Not exposed.
No, listen.
I've made a conscious decision to be in something.
I'm not talking about when you were younger. I'm talking about like now. Yeah. So Reem has seen. Yeah. Reem has seen how early stages of someone's life can affect their adulthood. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, when you were just saying now about how a child when they're 8 years old and can experience certain things that I can experience when I'm 26, yeah, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the capacity to be able to experience those things or even understand what's going on. Yeah, that's not what I was saying. I'm saying they should not have to. No child should ever have to go through any sort of trauma for you to understand that they're capable of doing it. I'm saying it's not right to be around that sort of environment because ultimately it can affect the decisions when they're older, for the good or for the bad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean.
Can I jump in?
For fuck's sake, man.
Can I jump in?
Of course you can, Sana.
I don't like attribution.
Because I don't want to mess up the audio. Anyway,
go on.
The difference though is that Reem was when she was young, she was in a space that was like healthy. Yani it was a place where people would talk and heal and know and figure out how to deal with these things. It's not like she was just in some.
And there was space for me as well.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was just in some like broken down home looking at things without having the tools.
That's not what I'm saying.
To deal with it.
I think you're not making your point clear. I think that's the difference.
Yeah. Or you guys just not understanding.
No, because how are both of us misunderstanding?
Because you guys always let it.
No, because you're not making your point
Victim
clear.
again.
Always
Always a victim, isn't it?
No, it's not. No. Shams, in a
Because you know,
perfect
the thing is,
world.
you never let me finish off my sentence, so
That's
like,
a lie.
So my point no longer
What?
makes
That's
sense.
a lie.
I literally
That's
had to
a complete
ask
lie.
I'm
to
gonna interrupt you right now
respond
to do
Bruv,
this.
about
we
didn't-
Just now.
No.
Just now.
Today was
just
the
now.
first time I interrupted you and fully interrupted. Usually I let you talk. Because do you know why? Because I was there, you weren't. Do you understand? And I am there and you're not. So what you're telling me is two different things. You're talking about trauma that has no, there's no space for healing or for moving on from
That's
it.
not what I'm talking about.
Okay, well then what are you fucking saying? Because then you said, I don't even know what I'm saying. Now you're getting mad.
No, I never said I
'Cause
didn't
you
even
forgot.
know what I'm saying. I said I don't know how to explain myself.
Try.
Bloody hell.
What's the point you guys disagreeing with? Here's what I'm trying to say, yeah. Here's what I'm trying to say, yeah. I don't think that children don't have the capacity to be able to understand traumatic things or experience traumatic things or to really to be in those traumatic experiences. Yeah,
Okay.
that's not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is the question is, should they be exposed to those traumatic things, which is like what you were exposed to, which was when I was saying when you were younger, you were in these sort of areas, and I assumed that in the counselling sessions, it would be people being like, oh yeah, my mum beat me up yesterday and and this is why I'm crying and blah blah blah. That's what I assumed it was. That's
Cool.
what I was saying. It's not necessary for you to be in that situation to understand that goes on, because there's a time and place for things to be understood in different stages of life. Yeah. Whereas you're saying to me the counselling isn't like that. It's just literally like people can be like that.
Yeah.
Or they can just be very vague, just have a space where
Yeah.
they can just like let off their emotions.
Yeah.
Which I just feel like for a child, maybe that's not the best setting for them to be in. Like there's things that they can understand later on in stage. So for example, like Sana and I haven't been exposed to that sort of stuff, right? Yeah. But I feel like we have the emotional intelligence and the emotional capacity to be able to understand and sympathize with those situations, acknowledge that it happens, have empathy for those situations, and come up with reasonable and rational solutions for certain things and things that we go through maybe in life. Yeah.
Can I
That's not
respond
to
to
say
that?
we know it all and that we don't
Can I
need
respond
help.
to that? I agree with you 100%, but if I'm being 100% genuinely honest, I feel like Reem is much better equipped than you and I to deal with these things. Like
That's
I
because
have
of the
to
job
go.
that she has.
Yeah, but I have
Reem
to
deals
go
with this
to.
on a
I
regular
have to go
basis.
to
You
Reem
and I-
to
it's
sort my
unnatural for me and you
shit.
to be able to. It's unnatural for you and I to have to deal with these situations and these scenarios and help people to come up with certain solutions. Just like how if Reem wanted to be a journalist tomorrow, she won't be in her depth because like you and I be more experienced in that, because that's our life. This is what we do on a regular basis. Reem, yeah, she automatically from a young age, yeah, because she's been exposed to it, it kind of helped that and aided that. But because she's been good at what she's doing and she's been in that field for a long time, she's mastered her craft. Of course, she's better at doing what she does.
Can I say something? Sorry. I think, yeah, Shambak, the thing about... No, look at me. Don't turn your face, bruv. It's bare rude.
Wow. Talk to you guys.
Fucking every day her neck is all bent up. She's bare like... Bruh.
Anyways,
like
go
I'm
on,
trying to feed you mashed banana.
Reem just pisses me off all the time. She can never ever
Listen,
just
no,
take
no,
my
no,
side and try
listen.
to understand what I'm trying to say.
I understand and I agree with you that kids should not be exposed to traumatic situations 100%. Like as in a home, I don't want to, at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, any age, yeah, no one should. But particularly at a young age where my brain is still developing, where things are still going on, I don't want to walk into a house and see some horrific shit. Of course not. But the difference is that space was a healing space. So it equipped me with things that make me work towards my healing in many ways and that protects me, and that no matter what I'm hearing, I can take that somewhere. So it's not like that child who's gone into this house and has no space. And if they do, then they go into school and then social services get called and bam, bam, bam. It's like a very, very, very different holistic space that has, for me, helped. And it's also been one of the motivating things for me to take the journey and pick the job that I'm going to do. The job that I've picked isn't accidental. Do you know what I mean? It's been very influenced by what I studied. It's been very influenced by this kind of process 100%. So it's not linked. The reason, like, that's one of the reasons I got my initial job in the first place, because they saw that even though I hadn't had the proper training or experience, that there was room for me. And to be fair, there's room for everyone, because the basics are compassion. That's the bottom line. But that's for me, I don't feel like it did that for me. And I see lots of young people lots of people that I grew up with in a space like that, who their emotional intelligence now, because there was space for them and because they made space for others, they are able to kind of continue that process. And I don't see it as a traumatic experience, because I think we shouldn't consider crying or talking about things as traumatic.
So here's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you need to acknowledge that there's the kids in this world. Yeah, they're either going to be like Reem, where they can absorb this information, understand it, take something away from it, and grow from it. Right? Then there's other kids that literally the same age as Reem, yeah, will be sat in a science 100%. Class laughing at Willies.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was the same. No, I was like that as well.
But so this is what I'm saying. It's like, you can't expect a child to have emotional maturity in certain situations. No, in all situations. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying there are certain. You can't expect
everyone to have emotional
exactly,
maturity.
And that's exactly the point that I'm trying to make. Where it's like, there are certain things that you should learn at different stages in your life, because you will either have grown or you haven't. Either you've regressed or you've progressed. That's what I'm trying to say. Where it's like, I'm not crying. I'm just scratching my nose.
You're crying. Your eyes are watering.
For fuck's sake.
Every single week we make her cry.
Wait, I'm so done. Reem is such a liar.
Bruv, she's bare crying.
I'm not crying.
Look at her, holding back the tears, bruv.
No. Okay, so anyways, we've all heard our points. Reem basically tried to do this just because she fully understood what I was trying to say in the end, and doesn't want to agree. Doesn't want to agree with what I'm saying.
I think that you're right, we shouldn't generalize, but I know for me, I didn't consider it, and I still don't consider it a traumatic experience, because I think I just don't agree with how society makes us feel about us showing our natural emotions. Did God not give us the ability to cry?
Yeah, no, of course.
And wail?
No, of course, but I'm just saying, like, there's levels and degrees to it that should be exposed to young children.
Yeah, young. Now you're taking it to another level, bruv. We were talking at 11, 12, and
okay.
To like 5-year-olds. Anyway, thank you lot for listening.
How can we leave this podcast not in an argument, please?
Okay.
Sana,
okay,
please, can I talk now? Sana, you just get talked over. Just talk, fam.
No, that's because every time I talk, I get cussed out for talking over you guys.
No, because Reem fully backs you all the time. She goes, let Sana talk. Always.
Because Reem knows, isn't it? This is why I love Reem.
Oh, I think that's a good way to end it.
Now I'm really crying. Thank you guys for listening to the £3.30 podcast. I've been your host, Asha.
She's not our host, but my name's Reem.
And Sanasino.
If you're listening to this podcast, this is exactly where you can find it. Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Wherever you listen to podcasts, basically where there be. Don't forget to share this and rate it on the iTunes app.
Like, comment, subscribe.
If you'd like to keep up with us, make sure you follow us on Instagram, £3.30. Reem is the guy that's behind the account. So keep active on the stories. It's very, very interactive on there. Lots of conversations. And you can actually control what we talk about in the podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, if you want to keep up with us, £3.30 on Instagram. You can find me, Asha, on Asha Everyday on Instagram. And Sana?
At Sanasino with a double I on Instagram and on Twitter and on Snapchat and on YouTube.
Yes, Sana's been uploading lots of vlogs from Yemen, from her trip in Yemen, which are amazing. So I would definitely go and check that out. She went to a wedding. She got kidnapped. It's been a lot. There's been a lot happening, basically. So bye, guys.
Bye.